and welcome to On Air with Altitude Angel. I'm Stephen Farmer. I'm joined once again by my colleague Phil Binks, our head of ATM. Binksy, hello.
Hello, how you doing?
Very well, thank you, and you?
Good to be back. Very good to be back.
As always. Now, mate, this one's going to be right up your strata. So some of you may know this, some of you may not, but Binksy, prior to joining Altitude Angel, was an air traffic controller with the RAF. And today we're just going to talk about quite a topical thing, because last week the RAF put out a statement from RAF Valley with regards to the Mach Loop. And obviously drone operators or drone pilots are looking to get some really good footage of our fast jets or whatever's flying around this Mach Loop. And obviously it's causing the RAF some consternation. So one, let's just talk about who can fly where and what have you, but what is the Mach Loop?
Right, so going back to rural basics, the UK is split up into low-flying areas. The whole of the UK, I think there are 18 low-flying areas, and within those 18 low-flying areas, there's another 3 tactical low-flying areas. So
I'm going to stop you right there, right? So when you say low-flying areas, it's split up by the RAF, or the RAF operate in 18 low-flying areas.
The military have split up the country into 18 low-flying areas.
Right.
Okay. There are other areas, as I've mentioned, there are 3 tactical low-flying areas. There are also areas where they won't do low-flying, like over cities and stuff, for obvious reasons. And then there's other little areas where you probably say predominantly helicopters operate there rather than fast jets. So it enables the military to understand the volumes of traffic that are traveling, who are booking into a low-flying system, and understand the volumes of traffic that are going to be in that low-flying system at any one time. There are restrictions, depending on the time of day, there are restrictions on the number of aircraft that are allowed in the low-flying system. Remember, those pilots are flying visual flight rules. So all of those pilots are doing are looking out of the window and keeping separated from perhaps their wingman or their associated formation, and keeping separated from the ground.
Very important.
Quite important, yeah. It makes a right mess of the ground. So they are quite busy. It's hard work. They're pulling a lot of G, and I think we're all familiar with G. Put a lot of pressure on your body. They're looking out of the window, and they're focusing, at 400, 450, 500 miles an hour, 250 feet off the deck. As you can imagine, you've got to concentrate quite hard to anticipate what it is you're doing.
Yeah. So RAF Valley. So 2 things. One, it's probably the most unimaginative naming of an RAF base ever. It's like where we're going to build it, Valley. We'll call it RAF Valley. 2, so they fly out of RAF Valley, these RAF fast jets or whatever it happens to be.
So Valley is a fast jet training unit. So
Right.
that is on the Isle of Anglesey, just the north of North Wales. It's a little island just north of Wales. Yeah. So it's a training area. They'll use North Wales a lot for their low-level training. However, it is not exclusive for training flights. For potential fast jet pilots or pilots under training. A lot of training flights. So whether you're flying in a Typhoon aircraft, whether you're flying in a big C-130, even a C-17, they will get their low-level practice and low-level flying in. And what they do is they book into a low-flying area. One of those is low-flying area 7, which is North Wales.
Right, which is where this Mach Loop is.
Mach Loop, yes.
Which is where essentially it almost looks like a circular valley, or they're able to sort of
effectively that's what it is.
Fly.
Yeah, it's almost like a horseshoe valley where they fly over a lip and drop down into the valley, deep into the valley on the other side.
Right. So here's the thing. So I want to get some nice pictures of these planes, because I've seen other people's pictures. You can stand at the top of the valley, and the planes are essentially flying beneath you.
They are flying straight at you. You can be at the side, they're flying straight at you, and they'll go over this sort of saddle and drop down again. So you are eye level.
Yeah.
With the pilots, you're there. You can see them coming along.
Very spectacular. So if I've got a little camera attached to my phone or my phone camera, that's fine. Not gonna be an issue. What happens? Who is responsible? So if I want to get a nice drone shot of this, what do I need to do? Do I need, because this is open airspace. I don't have to get permission from anybody. What do the RAF alert people that they're going to be flying here? If I'm obviously flying visual line of sight, obviously there's an onus on me to get out of the way or to avoid other traffic. However, if someone's pulling 5G, 500 miles an hour, am I going to even see that plane come around the corner?
Yeah, you'll probably hear it, and then you'll see it. But however, it does take time for you to call your drone back and to get your drone down again. The thing is, in that kind of environment, we appreciate that people want to get a good shot, and you'll get streams of aircraft coming through there. What kind of shots are you going to? Are you going to get a better shot with a drone than you are standing on the side of a valley looking down on an aircraft coming through? Is one question. How much of a better shot is that drone going to generate? And if you know there's a lot of fast jet flying through there, you might want to get that shot, but you've got to take responsibility for your own actions. And if you've got a lump of plastic or a lump of metal flying around in the same place as a fast jet, is that a sensible thing to do? Or is it one of those times where you just got to say, actually, I'm better not flying my drone here because it's not safe, knowing that there are lots and lots of fast jets coming through. I was about to say, but in that environment, it is bloody dangerous to fly an aircraft so close to another aircraft, especially when a fast jet doesn't know it's happening. We're still the premise, and I talk about this every single time. Notify people about your flights. Drone assists and other applications. Get that flight plan in there. We're talking with the military because we want to pipe that information through to the low-flying booking cell at Swanwick, so they can promulgate that information to the military pilots. It won't be a no-fly zone for the drone operator. It won't become a no-fly zone for the fast jets, helicopters, so on and so forth. However, at least they'll be informed that there's potentially a drone operating in that area.
So to that point, if I'm operating my drone in that area and I foul the flight plan, could I expect a phone call or somebody from the RAF to give me a shout and say, look, do you want to be doing that flight there? Because we want to come through, and ask them to.
Unlikely. I think they're unlikely to do that, to be brutally honest with you. However, it doesn't mean to say you shouldn't file that flight plan, because if it goes into their low-flying booking cell, the pilots, when they submit or when they wish to fly in the low-flying, they've got to book into the low-flying booking cell. And they'll check to see what else is happening in that area. And by checking to see what else is happening, whether it's a NOTAM, whether it's other low-flying aircraft operating in the same area, they can see and go, oh, there are some drone operators operating in this area here. One, does it mean they can keep a good lookout? Let's face it, if you've got a drone the size of 50 centimetres by 50 centimetres, there's a good chance that they ain't going to see it. So really the onus does fall on the drone operator. However, it's just great to inform people. It's get into the habit of informing people by just submitting an electronic flight plan very, very quickly. So even if the fast jet guys don't know about it, if a helicopter comes through there, a military low-level helicopter, they may have briefed on it, and there's a far greater chance of them seeing it and coming through and be warned about it and stuff. So.
But what we would say is, it is the RAF or the Army. They are going hell for leather through this valley, and best to err on the side of caution and not actually fly your drone around fast jets.
I don't want to be a killjoy. However, let's use a common sense here. They aren't going to see it. They're definitely not going to see it. And the military need to do some training.
Yeah.
So I would err on the side of caution and not fly your drone, especially in Mach Loop, where an awful lot of traffic happens.
Brilliant. Well, thank you, Binksy. Another little on-air from Altitude Angel. Thanks for joining us.